Bet, man. Well, we talk about Ezekiel Elliott, and we talk about, well, the Cowboys are going to win if Tony Romo is healthy and Ezekiel Elliott puts up big numbers, and everyone's saying he's going to be Rookie of the Year. So it's not bold to come out and say Ezekiel Elliott's going to win Rookie of the Year. However, I think it is bold to say Tony Romo is going to start and finish all 16 games.
That's bold.
Hands down.
That's bold.
No problem.
That's bold.
And here's why. Because Ezekiel Elliott and because of Alfred Morris. The fact that they've got depth back there, Chris, they can give Elliott a blow, even with McFadden hurt right now. They can run the ball. They limit his pass attempts to 25 per game. Then you had the best offensive line in football. He's going to be less exposed to getting hurt like a guy like Andrew Luck, who's going to have to drop back a lot more.
Absolutely. They'll have balance on offense, so that'll allow Tony Romo to be more effective, and that'll protect him, keep him out of situations where the defense can really get after him. So they've got a good offensive line in front of them, but still, every little bit helps.
You're not afraid of a shaved clavicle with a plate in it at all?
You're darn right I'm afraid of it. It sounds gross. It sounds medieval.
3 broken collarbones since 2010. Has not played a full season since 2012. That might be a little concern, but I think he probably put cement over the metal rod in his collarbone just for extra support.
Little tussin.
All right, what's your prediction for the Giants?
This one was a fun one. I think that Eli Manning is going to have his first team All-Pro nod. And if that doesn't sound special, bear in mind, to be first team All-Pro quarterback, you pretty much have to be the best quarterback in the league. Okay, it's only one guy every year. Eli Manning, think about the competition he has. Tom Brady, okay, he's missing 4 games. Aaron Rodgers, Cam Newton. It is very difficult to be first-team All-Pro. And I think Eli Manning is going to do it this year. I think he's going to have the best overall season of any quarterback.
It's going to be difficult for him with the right side of that offensive line. I'm not sure you looked at that depth chart lately, but they're suspect over there.
I like the weapons that he has, and I feel like, and I'm going to throw myself under the bus. I underrated Eli Manning. The last 2 years, he has been outstanding. Outstanding. It's just the Giants haven't been.
Exactly. It's all about the supporting cast.
All right. Speaking of suspect, what's your bold prediction for the Eagles?
Well, I did this one before we got the news that the Eagles are probably going to redshirt Carson Wentz at least early on in the year. But my original bold prediction for the Eagles was that Carson Wentz was not going to play at all this year. Might get on the field for a tiny bit of garbage time, but I think when it comes to Week 17 and the NFC East is being decided, all 4 of the teams, by the way, play each other. Week 17, Giants and Redskins, Eagles and Cowboys. I think it's Sam Bradford that's going to be deciding that. I think Sam Bradford's going to earn his money this year and not allow this guy on the field at all. That said, once we got the news from Doug Peterson that they're going to take it really slow, I decided to change it. How about Ryan Mathews, 1,000 yards, guys? I know he's been injured a lot. I know they said they're going to go to a committee. But this is a guy that had 1,200 yards for the Chargers. And at the end of the day, it's great to go to a committee. But when you're easily the best guy in that committee, what are you going to do? You're going to give him the rock, right? Yep. Not to mention, being in the committee is not always a bad thing. It means that somebody like this who's been injury prone has a better shot of staying healthy.
All right, last but not least, give us your prediction for last year's NFC East champs.
Yeah, well, last year was last year. I have the NFC champs finishing 3rd behind the Giants and Cowboys in the division. Yeah, the Washington Redskins have so much going for them on the offensive side of the ball, but we're assuming that Kirk Cousins is just going to come back and do exactly what he did at the end of last year or over the back half of the schedule. That's a big assumption. The other problem for the Redskins is the running game. Is Matt Jones really the guy? This is a guy that fumbled the ball a lot last year in limited duty. Fine, Alfred Morris is in Dallas. It's his baby now. But at the end of the day, the Redskins are still going to have to run the football. And their defense, guys, even with Josh Norman, it's not like it's dominant. They might be in the top half of the league, but I don't know if they're going to be good enough to win the division.
Well, the defense, they've got 2 pretty good corners, Josh Norman and Brashard Breeland, so let's keep that in mind. And then they've got probably one of the best receiving corps in the National Football League. So I'm just saying 3rd is a little low for me in the NFC East.
So you're saying they're winning the East?
Right.
I'm not saying they're winning it, but I'm saying they're in the top half of the NFC East.
Absolutely.
I was supposed to be bold.
Those were bold predictions. Kirk's going to be able to spread it around, so I don't know how bold it exactly was, and it's good stuff as always.